Welcome to Twisted TV and welcome to the channel. You're now watching True Twisted Confessions. Confession number 1. Roommate's vibrator. I steal my roommate's vibrator and use it because it gets me off. Confession number 2. I fart in enclosed spaces when other people are in there with me, as long as I don't know them. Elevator, bus, jet, car, theater, bar, cable car, tram, train, room, tunnel, helicopter, it doesn't matter. If I don't know you and will never see you again and you are in an enclosed space with me, I am going to fart and you get to smell it. Confession number 3. I met a cute girl online and we hit it off. I pulled my SUV up into her driveway. Is this the right house? I asked no one in particular. I walked up to the gate, unsure if I had come to the right place. I pushed through the gate and walked on some marble steps that led through a garden. When there, I finally saw the house. It was slathered in elegant marble and was trimmed with gold. The hood had many stories and rooms, but it became apparent that the house could only belong to a youthful, single young woman as it was slathered in girly pink paint. I walked up some marble steps up towards the front door. It was an ajar open. I thought something strange was going on when I thought back to the instant message she had sent me. I'm doing my makeup so the front door will be wide open. Don't look behind you, by the way, tee-hee-hee. I thought the last part was weird, but alas, the things I do for cute women. I walked through the large marble front doors and finally got a look at the interior. And the thought shocked me but also made me hornier. Dildos and fleshlights and female sex toys littered the living room. Condoms, semen and lube were stocked up in the cabinets and refrigerators. And it only got better from there. BDSM gear littered the halls and fleshlights were mounted onto statues of erotic female figures. Had I entered sex heaven? I thought, resisting the urge to tear down my pants and release my baby batter on her poor rug. No, I thought vigilantly, I must act like a kind gentleman, that means no sex toys whatsoever, but the fleshlights did look tempting. I thought a bit before heading for one. I looked at it. The statue the fleshlight was attached to looked very real. I thought, but dismissed my suspicions, knowing they were ridiculous. The young woman tore down the marble steps. She was nothing more than a tall, sexy woman. She wore a dress that was so revealing I didn't know if it counted as a dress anymore, and she also wore tall high heels that would look tacky on any other woman but looked ravishing on her. Her chest stood a mere 20 feet from her torso and bounced like water balloons with every single step she took in those high heels. Her eyes were like the ocean, blue beautiful orbs that smiled pleasantly along with her red lipstick. The woman stood a mere 3 feet above me and her tall, wiggling headdress only lengthened that gap. Sorry, she moaned, her voice was sexy. Elle spent like 7 hours doing my makeup this morning. I blushed. That's fine, I don't care how long you take doing makeup, however long a woman needs is fine by me. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. She looked at me like I was steak on a plate. Really? Her voice mad, my D only tried to further escape my pants. No guy ever talks to me like that. She looked happily. Anyways, shall we? I pointed to my erection. Sure, let's get to the bedroom. To get to the bedroom we had to walk through the hallway, and in the hallway was the fleshlight I had gotten a bit too excited for. When she saw it she only glared at me menacingly. Huh, men ain't always the same, huh? She sounded hurt. Well, I guess it must be done. I will devour you. I looked her straight in her eyes. Silence. Well, you made it this far, she said, looking at me once again like I was a piece of steak on a plate. I will give you a reward. She smiled, bent down and... heaven. She took off her dress and she... Well, she... or he... Shim... had a large penis that I was not expecting. My D went as limp faster than certain death before one's eyes. I turned around and ran to my vehicle as fast as I could, never telling anyone about that date until now. Confession number 4. I love to shit on the floor in public bathrooms. Confession number 5. I've been stealing, piggybacking my neighbor's Wi-Fi for 6 years. I know, it's mental. When I initially asked for his password, it was because of an actual, personal emergency. I ran out of credit during a friend's breakdown. Her marriage just broke up, her husband was being a complete twat and her life was just falling apart. So I ran downstairs and asked my lovely neighbor could I hook up to his Wi-Fi so I could continue trying to get her through her shitty situation. So, the shitty situation passed, and I topped up on credit and paid for my own Wi-Fi again, but I was still hooked up to his Wi-Fi. I am such a degenerate. His connection is better than mine and I just haven't unhooked. It's terrible, but every time I log on I get this giddy feeling, like I know it's wrong but I can't help it. What the F is wrong with me? If you made it this far, please hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on new content. And thanks for watching. Confession number 6. Hopeless. The white picket fence, 2.5 kids, a doggo, vacations at the beach, new cars in the driveway, a mortgage at 22, killer insurance, a divorce over financial F. There's a steamy second marriage, raising kids that weren't my own, 13 years, another mortgage, more new cars, more benefits, more dollar. Work spouse took them away from their family, our home. Today the sweetest interaction happened. I'm hopelessly infatuated at 50 years old. You'd think I'd learned. Confession number 7. Am I being oversensitive because I don't want my in-laws to call my husband and I kids? I know that they're older, and it shouldn't bother me. But it's not just the word, it's the context. They're very overbearing, intrusive, and condescending. His mother especially so. She will tell me how to cook, insist on doing our laundry, and just be on all-around pain. She was going to make brownies, which is fine and I'm grateful, but just the way she says it irks me. Now kids, do you want me to make some brownies? Plus I know that if I ask her to stop she'll act all mature to my face but then get weepy to my husband and ask him why I hate her so much. Ugh, I need a drink. Confession number 8. I sneezed in front of a priest and he didn't say God bless you. I was at the airport to pick someone up and had a nose tickle. The minute I saw him, I knew it was time. I let that thing take over, wet my psalm status. He didn't even give me the ultimate blessing. As a priest that's your duty I feel like. So I feel that makes me even for a few sins. Confession number 9. I stole a disabled kid's pizza at school when it was lunch. When it was lunchtime, I went to the cafeteria and I saw a pizza. I thought the pizza was left by someone else who didn't eat it so I took it. I was walking to my table with the pizza in my hand and when I looked behind me, I saw a girl with crutches walking over to where I stole the pizza from. I got 2 lunches that day. I stole other kids' pizzas but I think this one was the worst one. Edit. Everything turned out just fine. She got her slice of pizza back so please, stop ridiculing me so much. Confession number 10. I've stolen an item from every college party I've ever been to. In college, I never joined a fraternity but became good friends with some of the guys in the frat without paying the fees. Strongly recommend this route. Being that we were friends, I got invited to a lot of their parties and private gatherings. It began as a drunken gag where I would take a small item, salt shaker, fridge magnet, kitchen utensil, etc. But over time I began to try and one-up myself. My favorite item to procure were the plastic knobs to the range on the oven. At one point, over multiple different houses, parties, I gathered a total of like 16 different knobs. From one house alone having multiple parties throughout the year, I ended owning all but one knob so they had to pull the knob off and use it for the other burners on the oven. Years after graduating, I heard from acquaintances that multiple people had lost their deposits because of my debauchery. I regret nothing. Confession number 11. I took my hamster to the skate park and he passed away. I recently took my 1-year-old dwarf hamster to a skate park. I was so excited to show him a new place and let him explore. Unfortunately, my hamster got attacked by someone's off-leash Syrian hamster and sadly he didn't make it. I feel so guilty for not keeping a closer eye on him and for not making sure that his attacker was on a leash. I just wish I could take it all back and have my little guy back with me. Rest in peace, my little hamster. Confession number 12. I hate this yet it's true. I am a straight alpha married male that has the worst fantasies and can't stop them from entering my mind. It is honestly crushing me and still I can't stop sniffing her dirty panties. I then get so crazy from her scent that I slip them over my legs and dream of her catching me. I want her to catch me red-handed and laugh at me while threatening to expose me to all our friends. As her threats turn to degrading comments like she had a feeling I was AF and wanted to be AB. She then lets me know she will be screwing other men, real men with big D's that she can feel. Laughing at me persistent that she knew because with a D as small as mine I could never be a man. That's why all I can do to please her is lick her pee. Second, that's why she never gives me head. I hate these thoughts but I think of them a lot. Well, that was certainly twisted. I hope you enjoyed True Twisted Confessions. Please hit that like button and punch that subscribe in the face so you don't miss out on new content. We upload new content weekly. You are only eligible for extra perks and giveaways if you're subscribed. So hit that subscribe button and we will see you on the next one. Until then, stay vigilant, my friends.